Hi guys, Martin Curry from Belief Media, Thursday the 13th of March. It's about 4 a.m. in the morning, finishing up on a fairly long day. Now, this video is particularly important for all of our active clients, and it should be of interest to anybody else. Now, it relates broadly to our website and the website framework that we've made available to guys since about 2016. I guess prior to that, we had a different method for manufacturing websites. Now, first and foremost, it's important to reiterate what I've been saying forever. In fact, if you went back and had a look at the videos I made in early 2000s, I was saying exactly the same thing, and that is that your website is the center of your marketing universe. It is the foundation upon which all programs are built of any type, of any kind. It assigns expertise, experience, authoritativeness, and manufactures that consumer trust necessary to build a conversion. It is just essential. The reason we introduced the website is because no website we ever inherited ever had the necessary functionality to actually convert clients. Now, a lot of people claim this, and it irritates me. Have a website that converts, and it's a load of nonsense. It's a load of BS. You only have to read our blog to understand why and how our website converts through choice architecture and funnel pathways and so on. It just works. It does rely to a certain extent on brokers applying a little bit of effort into manufacturing little pieces of content and driving people to their website, certainly. But of all the websites available to the market in not just the finance industry, but any industry, the website we provide clients converts more customers than anybody else. Now, Belief is responsible for generating more volume for the mortgage industry than any other marketing agency that serves finance brokers. Simple as that. We're not coaches, we're facilitators. Despite that, we still generate over $1 billion every single month on the back of our programs. And, they're hugely successful. They continue to be so. I'm trying to record a little bit more video when I'm out and about with guys and showing you how that is accomplished. Now, as recently as a couple of days ago, I think I popped one up with Andrew, who picked up a partner who will return 60 red hot, ready to buy clients every single month. Now, that should translate to about $100 million a year. Now, I've seen that maybe 4 or 5 times in the last week. It just happens consistently because you have to be out and about to generate business. You have to talk to people. More conversations equals more conversions, right? I do not like the messaging, the false messaging that tends to emanate from the marketing industry that Facebook advertising, Google advertising, and everything else is the bee's knees and the most effective way of generating business. It is a highly effective way of generating business, but it is not the best, and it never will be. So ignore all the competing messages in the marketplace. And it's easy for me to say that. Ignore all those people saying that partners are non-essential and introducers and referrers and scaling your business through additional staffing and brokers and so on isn't essential, because it is. It's still, and I think in a technological age, it's become more and more relevant. Certainly the partner program now is growing exponentially through our broker network, and that continues to be the single largest source of volume delivered to them. Now, the point to all of this is, at the core of this, at the heart of this, is their website. Now, different brokers have different websites. If you've got a website that we delivered in anywhere up to really 2022, your website is well and truly out of date. Just absolutely well and truly out of date. When we introduced it in 2000 and whenever it was, the purpose was at that point in time just to have a simple website. And it was simple, it was 150 odd pages at that point, but it was designed to support a number of those relationship-based programs that we operated at the time. Conversions through the website, through organic means, were highly effective. It continues to be so for those people that apply the appropriate effort. But over time, since then, we've seen 50, 60 WordPress updates of probably the same number through Elementor, or if not more. And certain websites have become stale and out of date. Certain things are starting to break and so on. And most of our clients aren't on any kind of management program or hosting program even. In fact, since 1997, we haven't issued a single hosting fee, a hosting invoice. We just don't charge for hosting, nor do we charge for the articles we write, for a whole bunch of reasons I'll discuss another time. But we send out God knows how many, about 100 a month usually, and all the social media articles and everything else. And the reason for that is I don't believe in charging for programs when I don't feel that there's huge benefit to them. In fact, it irritates me that people charge for articles being sent to your website, because they're doing so poorly. They're not applying the appropriate markup, the canonical URL, and so on, so they run risk of duplicate content issues with Google. There are a whole bunch of different things. Certainly social is your page social feed is a desolate place to visit. You don't get engagement through generic nonsense content. It's only when you engage people on a personal level and provide the kind of content that people want to see, which is entertainment. A video of a dancing cat on your video feed will get more engagement feeds and comments and likes and all that sort of stuff than anything you will ever create. So when you do create stuff, it has to be good. Now, your website plays a part in this, obviously, a huge part in this. Now, to the point, our website framework, we've just updated to version 2015. 0.02. We did kind of release it last month and then made a whole bunch of additional changes. These changes are extremely significant, built on the back of evaluating over 65 or 75 odd million interactions through Xena, which is our statistical engine. So we went through and evaluated all the heat maps for every single view of every single site, the scroll maps, the interaction, the time on page, the bounce rates, and everything. And we applied this to build the new framework, which is loosely based on the on framework, just with a huge amount of functionality and a far greater degree of control through Yabba. Highly integrated with the email marketing system that we make available through Yabba, which is a Microsoft 365 driven system for compliance related purposes, but it's really, really good. All our clients can upgrade for just $800 just today. That's Thursday the 13th. They can upgrade for $800, which is pittance. It's nothing. And I encourage you to do so. If you don't take us up on that offer, first of all, that offer includes the upgrade to the new framework and 6 months of hosting. If you do not subscribe to this offer, we'll start issuing invoices for the hosting, which includes the articles, the social media, and the offsite backups, which alone would normally cost on a commercial basis over $100 a month. And so on, the malware protection, which we've built only recently, maybe 3-4 months ago, would cost a couple of $100 a month. So there's a huge amount of value in our hosting package at the moment, and we've virtually eliminated all the problems that tend to plague hosting services when it comes to malicious types of attacks, because we just had to adopt a zero tolerance policy, but we've never issued an invoice for hosting. So we feel that $800 is a fair and reasonable price. It will increase to $1,600 tomorrow morning. That's Friday the 14th. It will increase to $1,600, and then it will increase to $2,200 towards the end of March. So $800, and that's only because we've got a few spots available next week. Now, anybody that doesn't have a website, give us a call. Just give us a call. Our website includes sort of facilitation and different kinds of things, introduction to various types of programs. If you're interested, not everybody is, by the way. Not everybody wants to hear me rant on about the partner programs and things we should be doing and so on. If you're in Sydney, you can come out and observe or even engage with some of those exercises we do when we're out and about, because I am out every single day. Right, every single day we return about 15 to 20 million in volume, with the exception of the last 10 days, which has been a little bit slow, mainly because we've been working on this upgrade. So this upgrade has altered significantly in the last 3 weeks. Now, there's a guy up in Brisbane that's been waiting on a website, Jonathan from Time, and there's a guy in Melbourne that's been waiting on a replacement framework. He's in Bendigo or Ballarat or something like that. So one of those rural Victorian towns. Irritates me that I don't remember. But nonetheless, guys have been very tolerant. We've actually put people off. We've pushed a couple of websites and I've told guys, no, leave it. We're actually going to build in these additional features, which are funnel-centric. They focus on things like the Streets module and integrating data and comparison functionality and so on. There's just so many changes. So if you're a client of ours and you have a website that's more than 12 months old, I would highly recommend the upgrade. Remember, that includes 6 months worth of hosting, so you're essentially getting the upgrade for free. And if not, we're going to start charging the hosting fees anyhow. So that's mainly to encourage guys to do so, because the former website, through our deprecation schedule, which has been published for about 2 years, the plugin itself will cease to be supported at the end of this month. So at the end of this month, there are no upgrades to the former framework website plugin. We've already seen about 6 or 7 updates to the new framework website plugin, even though all the functionality hasn't been built into the website itself. So look, I'm ranting on a bit, but the point is, guys, to our clients, for an upgrade, $800. Okay, you can first come, first served. So if you want to get in early, just, make that transfer early morning and you'll be first on the list. Although it really doesn't matter, because if you made it at the end of the day, you'd just be scheduled for maybe 7 to 9, 10 days perhaps from today. There will be a little bit of time necessary just to run through the changes and how to manage some of the more dynamic features that should form the basis of your agile or broader agile marketing strategies for your day-to-day. Guys, the website is fantastic. It really is. That we've put a huge amount of effort into integrating all the authentication modules, so you can have people log into first-time buyer courses and things like that. We don't provide the course itself. So the education module has been effectively replaced with the authenticated system. We've removed the RBA section from the resources module and created a new archive, so you don't actually physically have to go through Yabba and activate that. And a whole bunch of other features have been built in it. It's really good. The Streets module is heavily integrated. We've seen huge success with guys with property reports on the back of Facebook campaigns and things like that. So the number of changes, in fact, and this is significant, the number of changes is over 3,500. So I think it was about 3,700 individual changes and so on. So guys, please, if you're an existing client, I want you to upgrade because it's time, and you will. By the way, the new hosting packages, including the upgrade to the new framework, automatically subscribes you to the new support programs, which are a bit wishy-washy in the past, but new support programs are really good because we give those live webinars and things like that. So we run through social and different partner strategies and so on. So it is essentially coaching, but through... Again, we call ourselves facilitating, but we run you through all these programs. We talk about the successes. We have different brokers come on and talk about the results they saw and so on. So we want to get more brokers on that, but in order to to do that. You have to be on some sort of program. And we've had brokers on board since 2012 that have had their website run, had offsite backups created every single day at significant cost to us, had maintenance performed, support over the phone, everything else, and we've never charged them a cent, which is absolutely absurd from our end. But again, our focus has always been on the relationship-based stuff supported by technology. And the technology is just so essential and integral to your operation. Guys, I've ranted on enough. All our clients text me or call me on 0400 777 300. If you want to make a transfer, 800 plus GST. If you pay, I'll just forward you an invoice for the amount that's paid. Again, first in, best dress. There's no exception to this rule, by the way, unfortunately, because the time necessary to make the upgrade and update is Domenico and I spending combined about 12 odd hours on each site. So it's a lot of time. We have struggled to find that time for all the guys that wanted stuff done in the last 6 or 8 weeks. The only way to do it is if we actually structure it into our day. Again, guys, 0400 777 300, text or message. You will have our bank details in the invoices that you would have received when you purchased our website product. And by the way, if you've purchased a website in the last 12 months, ignore all of this because you get the free update. Everyone in the last 12 months gets a free update. So that's that. Our office number is 1300 235 433. That's 1300 Belief, and our website beliefmedia.com.au. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.